Good morning, everybody. Happy to see you here this morning. Um, as you can hear, I'm a little bit sick, so we won't be doing much talking, um, mostly meditating this morning. Um, okay, so, um, and it's good, it's really good to spend some time, uh, spend a little extra time meditating. Normally here we're meditating 15 to 30 minutes, but today we're going to do about an hour. And I will, guide you through it, interrupt you from time to time, which used to really annoy me when I first started meditating uh, at this monastery in Thailand. The instructor would interrupt us sometimes, and I would just be like, dude, you're harshing my buzz, you know? So, but it's necessary. Sometimes we get lost and then we just want to be reminded. I will be muting myself to cough from time to time, like right now. Excuse. Okay. So, let's settle in first. Just getting mind and body together in the same place for a change. Um, just kind of bringing to mind why we're here, what our intention is today. Konsamte samkarabshidisem pemakarajabani shvina. Katanamanam Lasawante, Umichi Kinki, Pojane, Dusum Sange, Clinking Winnie, and Sim Chugunus and Tusepa, Sawena Mishapla, so what? Okay, so uh, we want to start with our bodhicitta motivation, as always. Bodhicitta is the wish to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So anything we do, especially if it's related to Dharma, we want to do our best to have that as our motivation. If that sounds too big for us, that's okay, or foreign to us in some way, that's fine. Um, just think, may the time we spend together this morning benefit not only ourselves but others. I'm sorry, I'm looking back and forth. There's a pair of robins outside my window. I think they're building a nest. Pardon me. So, just thinking about the suffering of others out of compassion, wishing to remove that suffering, out of wisdom, understanding that to remove the cause of suffering, we need to attain enlightenment. Okay, so as I said, just going to do meditation today, and I'm going to just make a few points ahead of time, and then I'll break it up a little bit in between to make other points. But, since you're meditating for a little bit longer this morning, um, just understand it's not a endurance test, okay? It's if you are not comfortable, you can move, stretch out your leg till you feel comfortable again and then fold it in again, or, move your arms in a way that is more comfortable for you, whatever. Okay. If we're distracted by pain or discomfort, it's just going to be another distraction. So it's okay to make yourself comfortable. I don't recommend laying down because you will fall asleep unless you are in a position where you actually need to lay down. You have a physical issue. In that case, of course, meditate while you're laying down. But otherwise, you want to be sitting up. Okay. So there's the posture that we keep, and then there's what we're doing with the mind. Okay. The posture is the way that it is because it supports the mind in meditation. Okay. So it's a specific posture called the 9-point posture of Vairocana, who was a master of the past. So, beginning with our legs, if you're sitting on your bed or you're sitting on a cushion, you just want your legs crossed in whatever way is comfortable for you. Of course, if you're very flexible, you can do full lotus or half lotus or whatever. If not, just what do they say? Crisscross applesauce is fine. Otherwise, if you're sitting in a chair, you just want to make sure your feet are flat on the floor in front of you, because it'll make it easier for your back to remain straight. Okay? All the other instructions are the same, whether you're sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair. So you want your hands in one of three positions, either palms down on your knees or palms up right above, on top of left, like that in your lap, or with your fingers together and your thumbs touching like that. Okay. I have a wonky thumb, so just it's more or less like a goose egg. Okay. Pardon me. Okay. And then your arms are relaxed. So you're not holding them in, you're not holding them out, just relaxed. Back is straight. This is the most important thing is that your spine is straight but relaxed. So you want to also check the back of your neck, right? Where your chin's going to be tucked in just a little bit. Shoulders should be back a little bit. They say like a vulture's wing. I've never seen vultures, so I don't know, but that is the instruction. Have your shoulders back a little bit. Mouth is closed but relaxed, breathing through the nose. If you're sick and you can't breathe through your nose, you can breathe through your mouth, but normally would be breathing through the nose. The eyes are half open, looking down in front of you at a comfortable, lowered, unfocused gaze. All right, so that's how we're holding our body. Now, what do we do with the mind? So, what we're going to do is mindfulness or breathing practice. So, you want to bring awareness to the sensation of the breath coming in and out of the nose. So, you're going to be kind of focusing in this part of your nose. Okay. And, pardon me. Okay, so take a moment just to notice that sensation of the breath towards the end of your nose. Okay, so that's going to be the main focus of your attention, right? Like relaxed awareness. So sometimes, I personally try to avoid using the word concentrate because it makes people tense. Yeah, let me concentrating on the breath. But you're aware of that sensation, but that doesn't mean you're not aware of everything else that's happening. You are aware of everything else that's happening, sounds, random birds by your window, whatever. Hopefully not too distracted by all that stuff, but you're aware of it, but you're mainly aware of the breath. Your main focus is that sensation of the breath. Okay. So, okay, so we're trying to pay attention to this sensation, and then what? Then we want to watch our mind so that we are not distracted, right? We want to maintain continuous awareness of that sensation of the breath. However, we are going to get distracted. This is the practice, okay? Nobody is expected to automatically not be distracted, right? We're going to be distracted, and that's okay. The practice is noticing when you get distracted. Oh, yeah, I got totally distracted there. And just bring your mind back to the breath. And then you'll get distracted again, and then you'll notice again, and then you just bring your mind back to the breath. Okay? So the Tibetan word for meditation is gom, Gom. And gom means to become familiar with, to get used to. So what are we getting used to in this practice? What are we becoming familiar with? We are becoming familiar with, or getting, yes, becoming familiar with what our mind is like when we're aware, what our mind is like when we're distracted, and how to bring the mind back to the state of awareness. Okay? So getting distracted is not a failure, right? It's just normal. It's how the mind works at this point. So don't worry about it. You notice, you bring it back. You notice you got distracted, you bring it back, etc. Okay? All right. So let's start that now. And I'm going to mute myself until I have something to say so that I don't disturb you with my coughing. Okay? So you have the posture, bringing awareness to that sensation of the breath coming in and out of the nose. And trying to maintain that continuous awareness in a relaxed way. If we get distracted, bringing the mind back in an easy and relaxed way. Please begin that now. Now, please begin to count the breaths. Counting helps us to realize more quickly when we've gotten distracted. So, because you'll lose count, right? So you can count either every in breath or every out breath for a total of 10 complete breaths. If you lose count, no big deal. You just got distracted. That's what the practice is about. Bring your mind back to the breath. Start again at 1. If you get to 10 without losing count, don't let that fact distract you. No, just okay, 10, go back to 1, and we'll just continue like that. Okay. So please begin that now. Check your posture. Bring your mind back to the breath. Okay, so just a few adjustments that you can make depending on how you are feeling. One is with the count. If you are feeling really distracted, just choose a lower number, 3 or 4, 7, whatever. If you're feeling quite relaxed and, kind of in the zone, you can go as high as 21, but I wouldn't go beyond that. If you are feeling quite speedy, then you kind of can make your body warmer, make the room darker, um, close your eyes, put your hands in this position, palms down on your legs. All of that is kind of more relaxing. And then once you get kind of back into balance, then you can, open your eyes again. Conversely, if you're feeling very dull, then you want to open your eyes very wide, look into a light, look up, um, make the room brighter, make your body cooler. So take off blankets, sweaters, whatever. Um, and put your hands in this position. It's kind of the most, I don't know, structured, let's say, and tends to kind of bring the mind into more focus. So these are ways that you can adjust according to what your mind is, where your mind is at any given time. So I would ask you to check that for yourself, make any adjustments necessary, and then just continue to meditate. Okay, so we can end the meditation now. I think it's such incredible gift and privilege to be able to just sit and meditate. It's so good for the mind. It's good for the body as well. It really helps us to slow down, connect with ourselves, connect with our environment, connect with others in a really peaceful and open way. So, when we think about doing a daily practice, which I highly recommend, um, we should think about those things. Sometimes when we try to establish a daily practice, it can start to feel like a chore, or like Jigme Khyentse Rinpoche says, sometimes we practice like we're doing our taxes, right? We don't want to do like that. We want to just think about like, oh, like I'm so lucky. I'm so fortunate to be able to do this incredible practice that's so beneficial to myself and others, and that feels good, and that is helping not only myself but others as well. It's a really beautiful thing. So, keep that in mind when you want to do your practice, and take the stress off that you might be putting on yourself. All right, so now we're going to do the closing prayers. You're welcome to join or not. We just do them in English now. And then I have some announcements, some pretty important announcements afterwards. So please stay on. The prayers you can download in the description box below. And I know sometimes there's people that, haven't done that. So I'm just going to share them with you. Here's the long life prayers. That we do for the Dalai Lama, our teacher, and all of our teachers. So let's do those. In the celestial realm, encircled by snow peaks, you are the source of every happiness and benefit. Tenzin Gyatso Avalokiteshvara himself, may your lotus feet remain firm for 100 eons. Om Swasti, in the vast expanse of your fearless wisdom, shine the 100,000 cooling light rays of your all-pervading great love, dispelling the anguish of beings in this degenerate age. O supreme jewel of space, region of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, remain with us continuously, we pray. Om Swasti, through dependent causation and the blessings of the infinity of long life deities, may Pema Wangyal, prophesied magical emanation of the Taklin Setro, be firm in body, speech, and mind like the king of the sounding drum, Amitabha, and may the great waves of his wishes for the teachings and beings spread out to their ultimate extent. We pray for the good health of the lamas. We pray for their precious lives to be long. We pray for their activities to spread and increase. May we be blessed, never depart from them. By this merit, may all attain omniscience, may defeat the enemy of wrongdoing. From the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, from the ocean of cyclic existence, may I free all beings. May bodhicitta, precious and sublime, arise where it has not yet come to be, and where it has arisen, may it never fail, but grow and flourish ever more and more. As long as space endures, as long as sentient beings remain, until then may it too remain and dispel the miseries of the world. Ever absorbed in the display of divine forms and primordial awareness, appearance, sound, and perception in the state of divinities, mantras, and dharmakaya, may I, inseparable from the practice of the profound and secret great yoga, retain within the essence of mind the state of one taste. And we do the 100-syllable mantra. Om Vajra Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajra Sattva Tenopa Tishtadrido Me Bhava Sudokayo Me Bhava Suvokayo Me Bhava Anuragto Me Bhava Sawasiri Me Prayatsa Sawakarma Sutsame Chitam Shriyang Kuru ha 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 ho Bhagavan Savatata Vajramame Munsa Vajribhamaha Samaya Sattva. Okay, so first of all, thank you again for joining this morning or for looking at this video later. I have some announcements, as I said. The main one is that the day of meditation will now change from now on. It will be on Sundays, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. We'll always be doing it on Zoom, but we also will be doing it in person at a different place in Lakewood called the Centering Space. So you can Google that, Centering Space. It's in Lakewood. It's behind um, a school. I can't off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the school, but it's right next to Lakewood Park. Okay. Um, don't listen to your GPS because it will send you down the wrong way. What you want to do is go north on Cook Avenue and then pull into the school parking lot and then just follow. There'll be signs there for the centering space. So we hope you can join us in person and also continue online if you like. But Sundays, no longer on Saturdays. It's going to be on Sundays from 10:30 to 11:30 at the centering space. Okay. Also, we do have a new class coming up, and I'm sorry I don't have those details out for you yet. It will be called Women in Buddhism. I was hoping to get that started next month, but now I'm not sure. There's various things happening. So um, as soon as um, that becomes confirmed, then I will send out a newsletter, which brings me to the newsletter. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you really should sign up for the newsletter. Thanks, Eileen. She says behind Lakewood Catholic Academy. Oh, that's the school that you need to look for. So sign up for the newsletter. Again, links in the description box. That's the best way. You'll be the first to know about anything and everything that's happening. We do practice on special days of the month. It's 3 times a month. We do the Buddha sadhana. You can find more information about that on our website under the practice tab. The next one will be, tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so that will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Currently on the calendar it says 11:30, but it's not 11:30. It's 6 p.m. Okay, 6 to 6:30. If you could join us for that, I'm going to actually try to get somebody else to say that because to leave that going, I probably am not going to be able to do that. So hopefully you can join us for that tomorrow evening. Tomorrow morning, I will be at Strongsville Unitarian Church. Information about that is in the last newsletter. If you haven't received that newsletter, I will upload it onto the website today, like right after we're done here, so you can at least see these things. What else? Let me see my notes. Hang on. Do do do. Uh, if you can make a donation, there's a link for that below too. We do still need money, to run all the stuff because we live in a capitalist society, man. Okay, so we gotta have money whether we want to or not. Please like the video, subscribe, comment, or share. All of that helps the algorithm of YouTube to send it out to more people. And our aim is just to uh, give as many people as possible an opportunity to learn about the Dharma. That's all. So if you could do that, you're helping us. You're helping all beings. It's really a great thing to do. Okay, so that's it. Thanks again for joining. Sorry about the sickness thing, but you know what to do. Health is impermanence, sickness is impermanent, the sun is impermanent, we're all impermanent. So okay, hope to see you soon. Thanks again. Bye bye. Love ya. Kisses.